Okay. We're back on the record in clause numbers 330-946 and clause number 331-308. The court was getting some information to set Ms. Dubois' bond. And this Ms. Dubois, the court is going to set, it's going to be $1,000 PR bond. Okay? Personal recalling assist, which means you don't have to put up no money. Okay?
That means like,
So does she have to fill out the paperwork at the jail? She still has to go to jail and do the PR bond? Yeah. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna take you in custody, you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna sign the paperwork, and they're gonna let you out. Okay? Now you need to continue to, I'm gonna give you some bond conditions.
yes, sir.
Thus far, you are in the drug diversion program, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Apparently, based on your drug test, which was negative, you need to continue to participate in that program. And this court is gonna require that that's gonna be a condition of your bond as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is, what is this here? Okay. 6.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for taking your drug problem serious. Okay, you know, first step to recovery is to, one, admit that you have a problem. That's just the first step. Once you admit you have the problem, then they take the next step of doing something about it. And you are doing something about it by participating in the drug program. Now, I tell people this all the time. You have some tissue for her? Now, the road to recovery is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And you know the difference between a sprint and a marathon. A sprint is a short race. Marathon is a long race. Now, you know, you run those long races, you get tired along the way. But I like to assure you that once you get tired along the way, if you get tired along the way, you have people to lean on, okay, for support. You have the folks in the JCDI program to lean on, probation officers to lean on, and drug counselors, and also family members who have probably been encouraging you to take this step, and so you can lean on them as well, okay?
Yes, sir.
And so, again, I'd like to commend you for taking the first step, and I'd like to commend you for staying on this road, or on this journey, okay? And just continue to participate and continue to do what they tell you to do. And eventually, you know, one day will go to 2 days, 2 days will go to a week will go to a month go to years. And next thing you know, you'll be having decades of sobriety. And I'm sure, I don't know if you have any children or anything, but you do? Okay, your children will be better off by you being sober as well, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and make sure you take care of your children and the responsibilities that you have as a mother toward your children, okay? But again, I'd like to commend you for taking this step.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Ms. Well, Mr. Dubois, what we'll do, we'll just, let me see, continue to give you the standard terms and conditions of probation. Let me see. Let me see, this is number 5.
We'll bring her back on Thursday just in case you're.
If they don't, she should be getting out there on a PR bond. That's at the jail.
I have to do it, I have to. Put a ceremony and give a call to the baby. I have to do it.
No, just give us standard reset.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's gonna reset both of your cases.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me do this here. What did you say?
I just wanted to ask if he had told my grandpa to pick me up from the
That's fine, that's fine. Okay, let me do this here.
He's already gone.
I'm gonna go over these bond conditions with you, and it states, standard bond conditions in County Code at Law number 2. Following arrest and or accusation in County Code at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 3 doesn't apply because, there's not a victim in this case other than the state of Texas. And condition number 4 only applies in the event if you had a DWI, if this was a DWI case, and this, neither one of your cases are DWIs. And condition number 5, participate in the JCDI program. All right. Now, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, a warrant can be issued for arrest, and you can be placed in the Jefferson County Jail.
Oh, I'll do good.
Okay, continue to do good. Okay, you've your first step has been a good step, and let's make sure your second step continue to be a good step. But as I said earlier, if you get weak along the way, and it's possible, make sure that you lean on the help that's available to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and before you leave, make sure you take care of your children. All right, you have a blessed day.
Do I come here? Do I have to go to jail?
Just follow him. Yes, you need a copy. We're gonna give you a copy of the bond too,
When I get there. what
of
do they
the
do?
bond conditions, yes.
Will they mail out the date for the docket tour, or is it?
We're gonna give her a reset.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we probably need to give about 60 days for an attorney. Okay. Okay, we'll be, okay. Okay. As a condition of bond. Okay, now, Mr. Murphy, oh, well, you meet the eligibility requirements. I have no income. Okay. You have 3 kids? 6? Okay. But the other ones are older, over the age of 18 or older? Okay. Well, congratulations. Okay. Mr. Murphy, I have before me 2 documents. Well, actually, 3 documents. First document that I have is titled the judge's explanation to defendants without attorney. Mr. Murphy, do you recognize this document? And is that your signature on the line that's titled defendant? And are these your initials on the line stating that you want to apply for court-appointed attorney? Now, Mr. Murphy, I have another document here. This document is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? And on page 2 of the same document, Mr. Murphy, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature? Now, Mr. Murphy, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand? Now, did you understand what you read? Okay, I mean, you got responses here, like they asked you, they put the defendant's signature, you signed it. I think I read this to you, that you have a right to have an attorney. You understood that? And on this one, they basically, I see you fill out some information, your first name, your middle name, your last name, date of birth, your address, your phone numbers, the names of the 3 children that are below the age of 18, and you also put some financial information and your expenses. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understood that when you filled that out? And it says here, defendants, you made an oath. That oath said that I have been advised of my right to representation, meaning that you've been advised of your right to have an attorney, right?
Yes, sir.
In connection with the charge pending against you, and you certify that you are without means to employ counsel on your own choosing, and you hereby request a court to appoint counsel from you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understood that when you read it?
Yes, sir.
Also, it has some other information here. It has your name, your date of birth, your address. You have Jefferson County where it was executed, the date, January 24th, 2022. Did you understand that when you read it? Now, these documents that you signed and initialed, did you understand everything in these documents that you signed and initialed? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Murphy, based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And that simply means that your court is determining that you're indigent. And based on that determination, you will be appointed, the next attorney on the list is Attorney Giles Cole. Okay. Murphy. That's 328618. Six one two. Yes, 328612 is your number. Robert Murphy. Okay. Okay, Mr. Murphy, your attorney will be Robert. Your attorney will be Giles Cole. And also, did we give him some, let me give you these, did we give him his bond conditions?
No, that's it, copy there, but it got,
It's the wrong numbers
on there.
Oh, okay. We had must have the latest numbers. Where's the white out? Oh, here you go. 328-612.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, let me get you this here document. Give me his original, so I can read it to him. Mr. Murphy, a document that's been handed out is titled Standard Bond Conditions and County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that title?
Yes, sir.
The following paragraph reads, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and a test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition? And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense. What type of, and,
Unlawful hearing, right?
hmm?
Oh, I didn't know if you're asking for the type of office, it was unlawful hearing.
Oh, enough, okay, so we don't have a victim in this case. And so number 3 doesn't apply and number 4 doesn't apply because this is not a DWI case, that only applies to DWI case. Now, number 5 on page 2, you participate in the ATAR program with Spindletop. Do you understand that?
Sir.
All right. Now, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, you can, a warrant can be issued for your arrest and you can be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Now, Mr. Murphy, your case is going to be reset. The coordinator is going to give you information on your attorney, Mr. Giles Cole, and Mr. Cole is going to be giving information on you as well. Stand on the 4X. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, his felony is set for January 31st for trial, and it'd probably be dispositive of this case.
On the 31st?
Yes, sir. So I don't
So
know if
just
y'all
set it on
wanted
the
to set it.
31st, so you won't have to come down here twice. We'll just set it on that day. So you're gonna come here, check in with us. And then you're gonna go down the hall. And once you get the case handled, then you're gonna come back here and let us know on that day, okay? And you can contact the folks at Spindletop. You know what Spindletop is on 8th Street? Okay, contact them and ask them about that ATAR program. All right, you have a blessed day.